I'm Dominic. I come from Manchester and I'm currently studying business studies at Liverpool John Moores University. With it, of course, has a specialisation element in procurement, which I chose out of a few different routes. But it's a very good course, and I think initially going into it, I chose it because of the fact that it was one of the few ones anywhere in the country that was CIPS accredited, which was a very big factor in me deciding to do it. I think you look at a lot of courses these days and there tends to be a lot of focus on the theoretical sides of business, which is good to an extent, but when it comes to getting a job, I really like the aspect of the practicalities behind all the professions it offered, but definitely the CIPS accreditation was a very big factor in me choosing the course.
So which aspects of the course are you particularly enjoying?
I think I'm enjoying really the fact that the course does have that focus on employability and real-world skills. Business is a funny subject because it straddles a very awkward line between being very textbook. There's a lot of very old theories, Maslow springs to mind, but it's that real-world experience that is being taught to us in a very unique way. So we've been getting a lot of, we'll have one day, half of the day will be about, teaching theory, teaching, the textbook stuff, and then the other half of the day we'll be doing stuff like interview techniques, looking at placements, looking at, how real industries work, and it's that balance which is something that I've never come across in anything I've ever studied before, and it's something that I think really makes me feel like, I'm at the next stage in my life rather than just being another version of school. It's definitely a step up from that, so that's, I think, what I'm enjoying the most.
So what is it particularly about procurement that you find so interesting?
Well, I think it's the fact that as a business function, it can cover so many different kinds of companies. I mean, we only just really started on my course looking at future careers where we can actually go into with it, what sorts of industries, but already I've seen graduates from years past who've gone into industries as varied from Bentley to Coca-Cola to chemical companies. I mean, the opportunities are, within reason, pretty large. There's a big spectrum of things you can go into. So, I mean, that's one big thing. But the other thing is that it's a very relevant function at the moment, I think. It's something that's been very apparent to us. And I think we read recently that Jaguar Land Rover is expanding their procurement team to around about 700 people worldwide, which really does illustrate how important it is in this economy now to have a really efficient business. And you're always looking for a job that will, or a profession rather, that's going to give you good opportunities, and I think now more than ever this seems to be the most relevant option of the ones that I could have picked. So I think I'm very pleased with the choice I've made, I think.
So you sound very passionate about procurement. It sounds like you're definitely going to go into it.
Yes, that is the plan. I mean, and it's, like I said, there was a sort of a path that you could have taken on this course. You choose a certain point, you could have gone into marketing or HR, but once you make that decision, it's worth sticking with it, and I'm very confident I made the right choice. It is absolutely something that I want to go into in the future, and it'd be, with the CIPS accreditation, it'd be daft not to, quite frankly. It's such a big factor in making you, I think, when you go out the doors of university on that last day into the wider world, having the experience they've taught you in terms of the textbook stuff, but having that accreditation is a massive factor, and that, at the moment, from my perspective, is definitely spurring me on to want to pursue a career in it. So hopefully when I leave those doors in 2016, it'll all be looking good, I hope.